I don't want to remember that September again.
That sounds intense. What about businesses that change structure? How does that impact filing?
If you have that perception that you have filed it, no, you are wrong.
Taxpayers can correct this.
Highlight a very minute thing which many business owners would have overlooked it.
That's why we are here in this podcast. Hi Mitesh, how are you today?
Hi Barsha, I am good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. So how has been last September for you?
Last September. Don't make me remember that. It was horrible.
Okay, that sounds intense. Would you mind sharing what happened?
Since it was the first season for all the tax professionals out there. The season had been a bit on a hectic side because things were new. We had challenges. There were many areas that were not clear. Tax professionals as well. So it was a kind of a journey. I would say it was a learning for us as well.
Yeah, we all know that this was the first season for corporate tax filing in UAE, and it must be a roller coaster for all the companies and all tax professionals out there. That's why we are here in this podcast for all our listeners to make them understand what are the most common mistakes taxpayers might have done for filing for the first season of corporate tax in UAE. So would you mind sharing any feedback or advice for our listeners?
As a feedback or an advice, I would say rather let me highlight a very minute thing which many business owners would have overlooked it. Imar Tax Portal, the portal where we file our taxes, over there, that's something which no one would notice whether it is proper or not, and they would have proceeded for filing.
I think that's one of the most overlooked problems we have. Could you mind sharing any real life case which has happened?
Of course, if I take a very commonly discussed case, selecting the wrong legal type on the FTA portal. When you register for the corporate tax, you have an option to select which category of business you are. So what many businesses have done is they have selected the category of a limited liability company even though when they were a sole establishment.
What about businesses that change structure? How does that impact filing?
Yes, of course. That is something which is a very hot topic which is discussed between the tax professionals as well as with the business owners where the structures of business have changed. Because this was something which was a part of corporate tax implementation for many companies to restructure their things and how they can move forward. But what happened is many taxable persons, they forgot what they need to do it from the compliance side when they made these legal restructurings. So if I give you a real life example for the same, this is for a client which we encountered with, where the client was a sole establishment since beginning of his business. They've registered on the portal as a sole establishment as well. But in the midst of 2024, they decided, someone gave them advice that okay, you change it into LLC, it will be good for you. And they did it. But they never changed it on the portal. And when we asked them why you did not change anything over there, the answer was all our details are same. The license owner is same, the license number is same, name is same. So why would we change? So over there at that point of time, we told them, no, it's not like that. If you can see your license, now you have a name change where it's mentioned as an LLC behind that. And over above all of that, your legal status has changed. Usually for many authorities, banks, for all of them, it remains the same even if you change the license legal type, but not for tax authorities. For them, you are a different taxable person when you change your legal status. So when they changed their legal status from sole establishment to LLC in June, at that time they were supposed to take a new registration for the LLC license altogether, but they did not. So that these kind of mistakes we came across for many clients, which they neglected. And I'm not talking about small scale clients over here. I came across a case where a client was a well-established company. Even they missed out on such kind of thing.
So we will be discussing this in our upcoming episodes. Thanks for being here and sharing your advices. I think this might have helped a little bit for all the taxpayers out there.
You're welcome, Basha.